Hometown station, KHTS, is the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. Make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. Speaking of the greatest, woo! Santa Clarita has to offer, he is Richard Szerman from Alta Realty Group, and he is borderline on the payroll because he's here so much. And he joins us now. Richard, how are you?
I'm doing well.
You brought cookies in. I know you're here to talk about
No,
your
I'm here,
stuff.
I'm here to talk about cookies.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll talk about cookies today.
Favorite subject.
Yeah.
So you usually bring us a treat on a smaller scale, though. Like, you bring like a dozen cookies and we devour them. Yesterday for the holidays, platter.
Well, I'm slowly buying my way into being liked around here, so I figured I'd go bigger on Christmas.
Hey, big or go home. You're doing it, man.
Well,
you're doing it.
Just a quick plug for some friends of ours. DW Cookies in Canyon Country, in my opinion, best cookies in the Valley. They're extraordinary. Best commercially available cookies in the Valley. Mm-hmm. I've got some people I know who bake who take issue with that. But anyway, there's the DW Spectacular Cookies.
Hey, listen, for those of your friends who bake, bring it on, man.
Down.
You know, if you think it's better, we're here. We're sitting here. I got my cup of coffee.
I don't know if it's because of all the pro bono work we do. I suspect it's because of that, or maybe just because people think I missed a meal or something. I don't know. But people are always bringing us food this time of year in my office, to the point that we appreciate it. It's very nice, but it is to the point that it's ridiculous. I mean, my office right now looks like a Christmas buffet, which is great. Anyone who wants to come by, please do. There's lots of food around. But we try to kind of get it back out.
I love it. Well, that brings me to my next point.
Sure.
You guys are saviors. You really, no, seriously, you are. Because there are so many people who need your help, who are in danger of losing a home, and they don't know where to turn. And you're the guy. You're it, man. And you deserve whatever dish they bring you. Any casserole that's coming your way.
Well, we do what we do for free. We insist on that. We do mortgage modifications, loan modifications, foreclosure defense, all manner of real estate stuff. If you've got a real estate problem, we're probably where you want to come. We have attorneys on staff. We have accountants on staff, all that sorts of stuff, lots of realtors. We're the guy for that, and because I'm the guy for that. But, me and the Lone Ranger. But people get in trouble. They don't know, and it's because of lack of knowledge usually, and the place they're getting the knowledge from is their bank often, which doesn't usually have the same agenda as the homeowner.
No, of course not.
So you need somebody in your corner, and it's very, very expensive usually to hire a really good real estate attorney. So we sort of found that gap many, many years ago and have been filling it ever since. I mean, it's sort of like, I say this all the time. I kind of blame my grandmother for this. I don't have the ability to walk past a house on fire and just keep stepping. I wish I could. My life would be a lot easier if I could. Probably more boring, but if I could, I would, honestly. But and to extend the metaphor, when the fire department shows up, I'll be happy to step aside. If there's somebody more competent who can do this, please come on down. But when it comes to foreclosure defense, when it comes to people who are in danger of losing their homes, the banks behave foolishly. They behave sometimes not even their own best interest, frankly, the banks. They behave reflexively. They don't really think through what they're doing most of the time. And I've got 1,000 stories that could illustrate that. Some are funny, some are tragic. But we step into that void and we get fighting with the banks and anyone else involved. Lately it's been a lot of fire stuff related to the insurance companies and stuff, because most of the insurance companies are actually behaving pretty well given the size of that crisis. But there are still problems. We got a client right now who the insurance company paid him off 3 days after he made his claim, which is laudable. That's great. It was ready to pay him off for about 70% of what it would cost to rebuild his house. And he hasn't built houses. He had no idea what it would cost. They literally gave him the claim before he had a bid to rebuild his house. And that's an incredibly dangerous place to be. I get why the insurance company would do that, because they get to look good and look at how fast they responded.
Sure.
But he's got a house to rebuild.
Right.
So an expensive house to rebuild. So he can't just take their check. So we're stepping in it. And to the insurance company's credit, they've actually been quite good about it. They just say, give us, we'll fine, we'll wait, just give us. So I don't think they're doing this maliciously. But a lot of these big corporations, insurance companies, banks, they're very much the same, by the way. Most insurance companies and banks operate very similarly. They're very much the same thing. They establish protocols, usually at a national level, usually by people who are very, very wealthy and are completely detached from what you and I go through, paying mortgages and insurance and things like that. And they figured out that people like being paid for insurance, for example, quickly.
Sure.
And as it turns out, the quicker we pay them, the less it actually costs us in the long run. Because once you accept the settlement, that's kind of that. So we stepped into that as well. So, and again, they're not being, I mean, at some level they're being malicious about it because they're just watching their bottom line. But we say this all the time. Being mad at a bank or an insurance company for acting scummy about money is like being mad at a shark for swimming. When a shark eats a surfer, there's no morality there. The shark doesn't think, oh, that's a single father of three. I should eat the next guy. It doesn't work like that. A shark is hungry. He sees food. He eats it. That's it. With a bank or an insurance company, we have a bottom line. What is best for our bottom line is what we are going to do. That's the way they behave. But see, if you know that that's kind of their methodology, you can step in there and explain to them, look, my plan has the benefit of keeping the family in their home, and it also serves your bottom line. We can do both of those things if you guys would just listen, because what the bank is planning on doing, or the insurance company is planning on doing with a foreclosure, is bad for them as well. On average, a bank loses an additional 20 to 25% foreclosing on a property than they do by seeking any other remedy. These numbers are very well known, they're very well publicized, and it's not a secret. What that means is any other remedy, any other loss mitigation remedy that you can pursue, whether that's a loan modification, whether it's a short sale if you can't keep the house, or whether it's whatever else it is going to save the bank money as well. That is not my guiding star. I don't really worry about the bank saving money or not. But when you approach a bank or an insurance company with what is good for them and has the added benefit of being good for the homeowner, and that's very much the protocol you have to follow, you'll get their attention, and they'll listen, and you'll be able to get done what you need to get done. The trick is knowing how to do that, is knowing how to get them to listen, knowing what your options are.
Ah, that's where you come in.
That's where we step in.
That's where you make them listen.
I absolutely do. I'll give you my favorite version of this. There was a couple of years ago, there was this deal with Citibank, where if you ask Citibank for a reinstatement over time, meaning you're behind, so you're 10, 20, 30,000 behind, whatever, and now you want to reinstate the loan and you don't have the lump sum to do it, which is pretty normal, they would offer you 12 months to repay it. So you pay your regular mortgage payment plus the amount of the arrears divided by 12. Okay. But if you ask them for a longer period of time, they would tell you they have nothing to offer. If you ask them for a 2-year thing, they would tell you have nothing to offer. But if you ask them for 24 months, they'd say, oh, yeah, actually, we have this. So you had to know the secret Ovaltine decoder ring code word in order to get that. And that's ridiculous. These are people's homes we're talking about. These are the mortgages. It's a large single investment most of us make. It's where we lay our heads at night, where we raise our kids. So to behave that cavalierly about it, if you know the secret password, you can use this program. If not, you can't, is obscene. It really is ridiculous.
But you have the decoder ring.
Yeah, I've got the decoder ring through lots and lots of years. Yeah,
you do. So in the remaining seconds, because our time's wrapping up here, a couple of questions.
Hey.
At this time of the year, are there more problems because a fiscal year ends?
Yeah.
Are there certain did the letters go out in December and wreck everybody's Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the banks will do that, and they do that again, it's pretty cruel, but I get why they do it. The banks have figured out that, first of all, you're typically going to be home over the holiday, and you've got all those other stresses going on, and so now is the best time to stress you some more to get you to say, uncle. Sending one out in January or February is not as effective as sending out, we call them acceleration letters, which have no legal effect, but they say intent to foreclose or notice of intent to foreclose. They're very scary, and we tend to get a lot of those in late November, early December, because they want people freaking out about it. They want you in the palm of their hand, and they want you to cry uncle.
They're not getting cookies, by the way.
No cookies.
They get no
cookies,
by the way.
None
Richard Sherman, you're an amazing guy. Everyone should see Richard Sherman. He is... Dude, you're a hero, man. I'm not kidding around. And plus, he's fun. He's just fun to be around. So you need a hero. You need a friend. You need to have some fun trying to save your home. That's the guy right here. Give us the number, because I know you answer your phone 24/7.
I do, even through the holidays. 661-714-1400. You can find me on the web. You can find me through the station as well. But the best thing is just call me direct. 661-714-1400. If I don't answer, leave a message, send a text. I will get back to you, I promise.
He will.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I like what I do, so it's not a hardship for me to answer my phone. It actually kind of makes me happy. I like feeling useful. So 661-714-1400, and I'm available there 24 hours a day.
Richard Sherman, we love you.
Oh, I love coming by. It's because I bring you cookies.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He's not wrong. We love you.